What's up, guys? That College Gamer here. Welcome to vlog number 8. And this week we're going to talk about my first impressions of Breath of the Wild. You know, last week we talked about first thoughts about the Nintendo Switch, and now we're going to dive a little deeper into Breath of the Wild, because that is honestly the only game that I've been playing on the Switch. So, you know, let's kick this right off. You don't have to worry about any spoilers. I'm going to stay in the Great Plateau region and, you know, keep everything at a high level in regards to anything related to the storyline and things like that. So here we are, Great Plateau region, Temple of Time. If you've watched any Nintendo gameplay, you have seen this already. It is absolutely stunning. So yeah, I have about 35 hours on the game, give or take, and I have not beaten the game yet, and I don't mean 100%, because that is going to take well over 100. I mean main story. Obviously Ganon is the final guy. It's no different in that sense. I have not beaten him yet. I have completed all the dungeons, and we will leave it at that. So now I'm doing a bunch of side quests, and we can show you a little battle here. Freaking awesome. Sword broke, you know. So yeah, okay, so 35 hours on the game, and I feel like that I haven't even scratched the surface of this game. It is that absolutely massive. You know, I'll be running around, you know, just yesterday I was playing, and, you know, 2 weeks after the game came out, I'm playing, and I still stumble across new areas of the map that I've never, ever seen before, and still haven't unlocked a huge part of this game. You know, if you've been following along with anything Nintendo Breath of the Wild, more Breath of the Wild related, you know that there are shrines in this game. Excuse me. And so there's roughly 90 to 100, and I've done about 25 of them. And then there are, you know, the 900 Korok seeds. I've done, you know, 25 of those. You know, we're going to pull a little sword out here. So yeah, I've a ton to do. Every single area that I've been to, you're going to have the normal, okay. Now, I won't say anything about that fight, because there was some stuff that happened. Spoiler stuff. Don't worry about it. So yeah, you know, the typical Zora's Domain, Death Mountain, probably the most beautiful places I've ever been to in any game, any Zelda game, and you'll really enjoy that. Nice little spear right there. We can switch over to that. You can pick up meat in this game. So yeah, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. And that's, so speaking of sidetracked, that is like the main thing I like about this game. You know, you'll be on a set path, like, hey, I'm going to this tower right in front of me, the blue glowing thing. And then I'll just see like a group of enemies or a random building on the left, or I'll see like something I can climb, and then I just get sidetracked for like an hour, and you don't even realize it. You're just like running off path and exploring the vast world, and I already alluded to how big it is. You know, 35 hours in, and I still haven't been everywhere in the game. Obviously, I'm not going to be every single possible location, but, you know, even like there's a mountainous region and a ocean region, so I haven't even been to all of those, right? I just stumbled across the ocean the other day, and so the game is massive. There's endless things to do. There's endless side quests, endless unlockable items, and things to upgrade and unlock and improve, whether it's skills or actual items, clothing, just absolutely unbelievable. All locations, from Temple of Time to we're gonna go this way to Zora's Domain. Just, I would say, most beautiful game of the franchise and of any game in recent history, in my opinion. Also, the best Zelda game that I've ever played, and I know a lot of people are going to say, it's too early to kind of allude to that or say that or make that conclusion, but at the end of the day, this is probably the best video game I've ever played in my life, and I'm only 35 hours in. So to put that in perspective, before I played Breath of the Wild, before it came out, I started playing, or I rebeat Twilight Princess and Twilight Princess HD, and I was like 25 hours in, and I was like 90% done with it. I think I had like a couple heart pieces to do still, but the amount of content in that game versus the amount of content in these games is just absolutely unbelievable. So, first impressions, wrapping it up here. Best game I've ever played across any console. Pretty much endless playback value. There's literally going to be hundreds of hours of exploring and gameplay options. And then there's some DLC coming out later this year, which I already talked about in one of my previous videos. So that's exciting. That'll be, holiday, this year, holiday 17 is when the dungeon comes out. And so that's exciting, a new aspect of the game. But yeah, everything from combat to unlocking to dungeons, to puzzles, to just everything in this game is amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend buying this game, whether it's for the Wii U or the Switch. Get this game, do yourself a favor, and enjoy this adventure. It's just an absolute... I mean, just look at this place. You got the Temple of Time up there, snowy region behind it. And this is literally the part that I'm walking around is just a tiny little sliver of what the game is. A lot of you have seen, if you've just watched the official Nintendo trailers, much like I did before this game came out, that is the only information that I consumed. That is literally like 1/100th of the pie of how big and massive and in-depth this game really is. So wrapping it up here, just buy this game. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. More Breath of the Wild content to come. I am going to do a more in-depth review, talking about, the details of the game, which will include spoilers and things like that, and I will mark accordingly. But this was just meant to be a very high level, very early on, first impressions, 35 hours in, still have a long way to go. But right off the bat, unbelievable game. Buy it, buy a Switch. It's going to be awesome. Hope you guys liked the video. Check the links below for more awesome content. Tons of Breath of the Wild content coming, along with the Nintendo Switch, Mario Kart 8 on the horizon. Be on the lookout for that. Follow me on Twitch. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you tell at least one friend, if you enjoyed this video and enjoy the vlog series. It would be awesome if you could bring a friend to enjoy it with. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.